As Buddha once said, it is better to be alone than to be with the wrong people. A profound statement that speaks volumes about the significance of solitude in Buddhism and indeed in life. Today, we delve into this realm of silent beginnings, exploring the essence of solitude and its role in Buddhism. Solitude, often misunderstood as loneliness, holds a special place in Buddhist teachings. It is not about isolating oneself from the world, but about cultivating a space of quiet introspection, a sanctuary for the mind. It's about nurturing an inner silence that allows us to witness the world with clarity and wisdom. Buddha often stressed the importance of solitude for personal growth and spiritual development. He believed that solitude is the fertile ground where seeds of enlightenment can be sown. It is in this space of quiet introspection where we can observe our thoughts and emotions with detachment, allowing us to gain insights into the nature of our existence. Buddha's teachings suggest that solitude is not a state to be feared or avoided, but rather embraced. It is a state that fosters a sense of inner peace and equanimity, allowing us to experience life in its purest form. It serves as a mirror, reflecting our innermost thoughts and emotions and helping us understand ourselves better. The benefits of solitude in Buddhism are manifold. It fosters mindfulness, enhances our ability to concentrate and cultivates wisdom. It allows us to connect with our true self, free from the noise and distractions of the external world. It provides us with the opportunity to reflect on our actions, our decisions, and our life's purpose. In the words of Buddha, just as a flower does not pick and choose the bees that come to it, the person who practices meditation does not pick and choose the experiences he encounters. This is the essence of solitude in Buddhism. It invites us to embrace all experiences with an open mind and heart, to learn, to grow, and to evolve. This is the silent beginning of a journey towards enlightenment, a journey that starts with solitude. Buddha believed that meditation brings wisdom. Lack of meditation leaves ignorance. This profound statement encapsulates the quintessence of Buddhist philosophy. So let's delve into the role of solitude in meditation, a concept that Buddha profoundly emphasized. Solitude, in the context of meditation, is not about isolating oneself from the world. Rather, it's about creating a space of stillness within oneself, a sanctuary where the mind can rest and rejuvenate, undisturbed by the hustle and bustle of the external world. In this tranquil space, one can cultivate mindfulness, a key element in Buddhist meditation. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and immersed in the current moment. It's about acknowledging your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. When practicing mindfulness in solitude, you become the sole observer of your internal world, which can lead to a profound sense of self-awareness and self-understanding. Meditation in solitude can be likened to embarking on a journey within oneself. When you meditate alone, you are the explorer, the observer, and the journey itself. You traverse the landscape of your thoughts, emotions, and sensations. You encounter your fears, hopes, and desires. Every meditation session becomes an opportunity for self-discovery, a chance to understand who you truly are beneath the layers of societal expectations and personal facades. As you deepen your meditation practice in solitude, you may start to experience a profound sense of inner peace. This peace does not come from the absence of conflict, but from the understanding and acceptance of the transient nature of life. You realize that thoughts come and go, emotions rise and fall, and nothing is permanent. You learn to let go of your attachments and aversions, which brings about a sense of liberation and tranquility. In the words of Buddha himself, "In the sky there is no distinction of east and west. People create distinctions out of their own minds and then believe them to be true." The same applies to our perception of solitude. It's not about being physically alone, but about creating a space of stillness within oneself, a space where wisdom can flourish and ignorance can dissipate. Buddha stated, "Be lamps unto yourselves, be your own refuge." Truer words have not been spoken, especially when we delve into the concept of solitude as a path to enlightenment. The Buddha himself is a testament to the transformative power of solitude. His journey to enlightenment, the pinnacle of spiritual attainment, began in solitude, under the shelter of the Bodhi tree. Imagine the scene. A man, alone yet not lonely, under a tree in deep contemplation. He was not seeking company, but truth. He was not seeking distraction, but clarity. He was not seeking approval, but understanding. He was not seeking the comfort of others, but the comfort of self-realization. This is the essence of solitude in Buddhism. It is not about isolating oneself from the world, but about embracing the silence and using it as a catalyst for self-discovery and spiritual enlightenment. Solitude fosters self-reliance. When we are alone, we have only ourselves to rely on. We become the architects of our own thoughts, the masters of our own emotions. We learn to navigate the labyrinth of our minds, unaided and unhindered by external influences. We learn to trust our intuition, our inner guide. This self-reliance, this inner strength, is an integral part of the Buddhist path to enlightenment. But let's not forget, solitude is not an end in itself. It is a means to an end. It is a journey, a path that leads us to the ultimate destination, enlightenment. It is a path that requires courage, discipline, and most importantly, patience. It is a path that demands we confront our fears, our insecurities, our illusions. It is a path that compels us to look within, to delve into the depths of our being, to discover who we truly are. Buddha teaches us that no one saves us but ourselves. No one can, and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. So, let's embark on this journey of solitude. Let's walk this path to enlightenment, and let's find the light within ourselves. Buddha once said, "It is a man's own mind, not his enemy or foe, that lures him to evil ways." In contemplating these words, we find ourselves at the crossroads of solitude and loneliness, two seemingly similar states that are, in reality, worlds apart. In the Buddhist perspective, solitude is not merely being alone. It's a state of being at peace with oneself, a condition where the mind is free from the noise of the outside world. It's a moment of self-reflection and self-understanding. Solitude acts as a sanctuary for the mind, a place where one can delve into introspection and gain clarity. It's in these moments of solitude that we can truly listen to ourselves, to our thoughts, to our hearts, and to the subtle rhythm of life that pervades our being. On the other hand, loneliness is a state of suffering, a feeling of being isolated from the world, even when surrounded by people. It's a sense of disconnection, a longing for companionship or connection that seems out of reach. Unlike solitude, loneliness does not offer peace. Instead, it breeds discontent and restlessness. Yet these conditions are not fixed. The transformation from loneliness to solitude lies in the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness, a core tenet of Buddhism, teaches us to be present in the moment, to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. It encourages us to acknowledge our loneliness, not as a permanent state, but as a transient feeling. By practicing mindfulness, we can learn to embrace our loneliness, understand its roots, and gradually transform it into solitude. Through mindfulness, we can turn our state of suffering into a state of enrichment. We can shift from feeling disconnected and longing for others to a state of peace, tranquility, and self-acceptance. In this way, loneliness can become solitude, a state of being alone that is not lonely, but rich with self-awareness and understanding. Buddha reminds us, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. So let us learn to find comfort in our own company, to embrace solitude and to transform our loneliness into a journey towards self-love and self-understanding. Buddha taught, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. These profound words guide us to the understanding that solitude can be a powerful force in our lives. It's not about being alone, but rather about being alone with oneself. The power of solitude lies in its ability to foster creativity. When we are alone, free from distractions and outside influences, our mind expands, creating a fertile ground where ideas can germinate and grow. It's in these quiet moments that our most innovative thoughts and groundbreaking ideas often emerge. Indeed, many of the world's greatest inventions were born not in bustling laboratories, but in the quiet solitude of an inventor's mind. But the power of solitude extends beyond creativity. It also offers us clarity. When we immerse ourselves in solitude, we strip away the noise of the outside world, allowing our thoughts to flow freely. We can contemplate our life's path, our decisions, and our actions with a clear and unbiased mind. This uncluttered mental space provides us with an opportunity to see things as they truly are, free from external influences. Perhaps the most significant benefit of solitude is the potential for self-understanding. When we are alone, we can turn our attention inward and connect with our true selves. We can explore our thoughts, feelings, and desires without judgment or interruption. Through this introspective journey, we can discover who we truly are and what we truly want. In solitude, we can also connect with the universe in ways that are impossible in the hustle and bustle of daily life. When we are alone, we can listen to the soft whispers of nature and the silent hum of the universe. We can feel our connection to the cosmos and our place within it. In the silence of solitude, we can hear the voice of wisdom whispering to us. As Buddha said, "We are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think." This is the true power of solitude. It is not just about being alone, but about being alone with purpose, with intention, and with an open mind. It's about using the silence to listen, to learn, and to grow. As we near the end of our journey, let's recall Buddha's words. We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world. Isn't it fascinating how our thoughts shape our realities? Buddha's teachings on solitude remind us of the immense power our minds hold. They urge us to cultivate mindfulness and presence, to be alone with our thoughts, and to shape them into a world we desire. In this bustling world, solitude offers us a space to introspect, to meditate, to connect with our inner selves. Let's ponder the wisdom Buddha shared. He found enlightenment not in the company of others, but in the solitude of his own mind. He taught us that solitude is not about being alone. It's about being at peace with our own thoughts. It's about finding serenity amidst chaos, clarity amidst confusion, and wisdom amidst ignorance. It's about embracing the silence, for in that silence, we find answers. Imagine if we all applied these teachings in our lives. What if we all took a moment each day to sit in silence, to reflect, to be alone with our thoughts? How might our lives change? Perhaps we would be more patient, more understanding, more compassionate. Perhaps we would find more joy, more peace, more fulfillment. As we cultivate solitude, we also cultivate gratitude. We become aware of the precious moments that often go unnoticed. We learn to appreciate the simple things that bring us joy. We understand the impermanence of everything around us, and in that understanding we learn to cherish every moment. So let's challenge ourselves to reflect on Buddha's teachings. Let's strive to carve out moments of solitude in our daily lives. Let's aim to live more mindfully, more gratefully, more peacefully. Thank you for your time. May you find peace and wisdom in solitude, just as Buddha did. Reflect on these teachings and may they guide you in your journey. Until next time, remember, what we think, we become.